Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me again, or for joining me. If this is your first time finding my channel, welcome, and it's good to have you here. This is week 9 of my talking point videos, and I have been writing everything down beforehand and then going over what I've written, and if I feel like I need to add anything at the end, I'll do it then, just because I'm trying to make sure I keep these within 15 minutes or less. And I found that writing it down first really helps me to be able to get out everything that I'm trying to say without stumbling over myself or forgetting certain things that I wanted to make sure I mentioned and stuff like that. So, all that said, here we go. This video is in some ways like a part 4 to the last 3 weeks videos I've made. So if you haven't watched those videos yet and would like to, you can either go ahead and watch this one and then go back and watch those, or stop this one for now and watch those and come back to this one. Either way, they don't have to be in any specific order, but they do all fit together. Getting into today's topic though, this video is about what can happen when we keep trying to make things work in a toxic relationship where both parties aren't seeking to heal, grow, learn, or overcome. This can be any form of relationship where there is a trauma bond built around toxic behavior. It can even be true for a work or social related interaction as well. And my good friend Leslie has a channel called Uniquely Women's Troubles, where she really covers a lot of the relationship side of things, but also some aspects of the social side of things as well. She was in a cult for a while, and she really has a lot of good content on her channel about what happens when you stay silent and keep trying to make things work, so to speak. So, but there's a lot there, and if you're interested, you should really go check out her channel. It's called Uniquely Women's Troubles, and I know I found it very helpful, and I think that for people in similar situations, it can be just a good thing to hear from other people's experiences and points of view and stuff like that. So, but basically, for an example, if you are in a relationship that feels more like a roller coaster ride than a romance, if you feel like all you do is give, and the other person take, if you often feel like you are the only one trying, or that trying to talk to them about anything only seems to make things worse, then that is not a healthy relationship. You shouldn't have to be someone you're not, or ever expect someone else to be who they're not. And whether this is happening on one or both sides, it won't get any better or lead to anything good. It will lead to fights and misunderstandings, resentments and mistreatment, and usually leads to separation, or in really extreme cases, much worse. So, in any wise, it's often worse for everyone involved to try and stay in a relationship of this nature, whether doing so whether doing so only hurts you more, or hurts you both, or if you have children, hurts them as well. It's still causing more harm and pain than it ever should have. While love is not perfect, love is also not a painful battle. That's a toxic trauma bond, not love. I'm not at all a professional, and I am not trying to tell anyone what to do in any situation. I am simply sharing some of what I've been learning on my own healing journey. But we each must walk our own path at our own pace, and find and learn what works best for us as we do. The biggest thing is that when we are taking steps forward, no matter how big or small, then we are still growing. It's only when we choose to sit still and stay dormant in a place that isn't good, right, or healthy that things begin to grow stagnant, and once they do, they only tend to get worse as time goes on. But we don't have to live that way. And if this is where we have found ourselves, we owe it to ourselves to wake up and to seek to learn and grow and heal. I really hope this has been able to help someone in some small way. And I want to remind you all once again to always make time for yourselves because you matter too. I love you guys and hope to see you again next time.